the heck? Welcome back to another episode of Heard
Hello,
About It.
everyone.
We're on episode 9.
Nine.
Almost 10.
Almost 10.
Back
in the studio.
By then, we're at 100 subscribers. We're 7 away at this current moment in time. And we are here with the very real Jason.
Jason is in the studio with
guys,
us for sure. Yes.
I got a little bit of a cold this weekend.
Definitely
so
real Jason.
This is Jason.
I'm going to sound a bit different, but it's me, Jason, all right?
It's Jason. Jason is here.
It's the very real Jason.
But we want to kick things off. So, Jason, what's our first topic?
Yeah.
Your first topic is the Nintendo Direct and the state of play.
Yes. The PlayStation State of Play Nintendo Direct.
Yes.
Released on the same day.
Crazy thing. We got
on
two
Thursday.
huge announcements.
Yes,
cycles.
a ton of big announcements, which was very exciting. I mean, just a lot of stuff. I'm surprised we got a direct so soon because we had gotten a
We
pretty
got the
big
Mario
direct.
one.
We had the Wonder Direct, and there was one.
I mean, that was E3 season though, so
It was the E3 Direct, but it was nice to get
it
both
makes
of those.
sense. I feel like we've always gotten a September Direct.
We've always had.
I think it's just the Mario Direct that threw us off.
Yes.
Oh, whoa, another one already.
Yes.
So, which makes sense. I mean, we've been, needed.
But I mean,
Anyway.
some really great announcements. So, what was your favorite? Would you say?
I'm really excited. The Princess Peach game looks
Yes.
really
The Princess
good.
Peach game, the Princess Peach Showtime looks like a really, really interesting project.
I think it looks basically 2D Mario Odyssey. Think about it. You have a little helper, and the ribbon helps you transform into different things that can help you solve things.
Yes.
Which I'm completely fine with. That's completely okay with me.
I will say it's different though because it's like the different costumes, it's not like, okay, you get a different ability. The way it seems to like totally change how every level works fundamentally. So it's like the Sword Fighter Peach is a hack and slash, Detective Peach, becomes like a point and click adventure game. Like the way it's basically like a bunch of different kind of mini games that you have to figure out. I mean, it just looks like a really exciting project that seems like, I mean, it's Nintendo, so we know it's gonna be good. I think watching that trailer, and I think a lot of these are, it just needs a little bit more polished performance and graphics wise. And then once they can get that polish on it, it will be really, really good.
Yeah.
My favorite, that's a really tough question. I mean, the Peach one was up there. Honestly, Thousand Year Door.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just go out and say it.
see it.
I mean, I'm gonna make a confession. I've never beaten a Mario RPG before.
Really?
I love the RPGs. Like I've played Super Paper Mario. I played a lot of Super. I never finished it. I never finished Color Splash. I'm still working through Origami King. But Thousand Year Door, I mean, that's one I've never gotten to play because I never owned a GameCube.
Yes. So this is a remaster of a Super Mario. It's Paper Mario, right?
Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, which was the GameCube's Paper Mario game, and is widely considered to be the best in the series.
Okay, I wasn't sure if that was Origami King or if it was this one. So.
Origami King. So here's what's exciting about it. Thousand Year Door, a lot of people felt like was the last Paper Mario game to feel like an RPG. Since Thousand Year Door, because the next one was Super Paper Mario, which was more of a platformer.
Yeah.
And then Color Splash had this weird card system, and Origami King was basically just a puzzle game.
Okay.
Like there was fighting, but the fighting wasn't really a turn. It was kind of turn based, but not. This was. I mean, they're still keeping it
turn-based?
It's very true turn based with the action commands.
That's interesting. I actually did not know that. That's interesting too with Super Mario RPG coming out.
Yes, that's what surprised me too, because that's another game coming out. Is the remake of the '90s Mario RPG, Super Mario RPG. So the fact that we're getting 2 remakes of Mario RPGs pretty close to each other.
Yeah. When is Mario RPG coming out?
November.
This year? November.
And so Thousand Year Door will be later next year.
Yeah. Do we know a date for that yet?
No, it was just next year.
Okay. I'm sure it'll be late next year then.
Yes. But I mean, still a big deal that like they're remaking, and we were pointing it out. It's a lot of Mario games that got announced.
No, it was there
Because
was a lot.
there was
There's
the Peach
Donkey
game,
Kong one,
Donkey Kong versus
Peach,
Mario,
Paper Mario,
Wonder's been announced.
and
Luigi's Mansion
RPG
2
Luigi's
remaster,
Mansion 2 HD,
and WarioWare if you're gonna count that. Which the new WarioWare looks really fun.
Mushroom Kingdom thing, yeah.
Yeah, like very
That
Mario.
does. It looks so strange. Like
Well, all the WarioWare games are
I
so
know,
weird. This
I
seems
know.
like a really good
It's
return
making-
to form, so I'm excited because I don't know if you played Get It Together, which I love Get It Together.
the team said, what is the most possible way we can make others feel embarrassed in front of other people?
Yeah.
Because like the things you have to do to complete these missions, it's complete like complete body maneuvers using the
Yeah.
Joy-Cons, like moving your body around it. It's so
But
goofy.
it's like, so Get It Together, which was the last WarioWare game that came out. I mean, it was fun. It didn't feel like a WarioWare game in some ways. Like they were still micro games based, but the way they did it, and it was different. It was just like, it wasn't the more traditional micro games we're used to. So this seems like a really great return to form, which I'm excited about.
I'm excited about it. I think it's gonna be fun.
One little surprise announcement that really like interested me, that was a third party game that I don't think you were probably interested in, was Unicorn Overlord, which was the
I have no
new
clue what that is.
tactical RPG coming out from this company called Vanillaware, which I hadn't heard of, but people had been saying like, oh, they're this great developer, and they're working with Atlas, who made the Persona games. So some really great developers, and it looks like a really, really good tactical RPG with some great mechanics.
Interesting. Was there anything else from the direct? You have the list pulled up. Right
I'm
there.
looking at the lips. F-Zero 99.
Oh,
that was a
that
fun. I
looks
mean,
really cool. I don't have Switch Online, so I can't play it.
they've been doing some different stuff with the 99 mechanic. Tetris 99 I love. That's a great little battle royale. I tried Pac-Man 99. It was not
Was there a Pac-Man 99?
It was
I
not
didn't
that
even know
good. But F-Zero 99 apparently
There's
people were
Mario
saying,
99, right?
Mario 35, which
35.
they canceled after the same day as they took 3D All-Stars off the shelves.
Oh, really?
But 99 looks just like a really, really fun. It just looks impossible. Like,
It's
I don't know how you're
basically-
supposed to win.
It's the original F-Zero from the SNES?
Yes.
SNES, and except it's 99 players. It's a battle royale. It looks crazy, which is a very high speed, somewhat reminiscent of Mario Kart, more classic Mario
Yes,
Kart.
it was a faster. F-Zero was like the high speed version of Mario Kart. Actually, fun fact: Mario Kart was created because they wanted to do a 2-player version of F-Zero,
Yeah.
and they realized in order to do that they would have had to slow it way down, so
Yeah.
they had to change it to kart racing instead of these high speed racing. Another one, the Tomb Raider 1 through 3 remaster.
That's interesting.
It looked good. Here's my thing about Tomb Raider. I've never played them. To me, they look like a game series that was good, but ended up getting perfected through like the Uncharted series.
Yeah, I don't think
They don't look like. I appreciate them for being important. To
I
the
played
adventure game.
the
reboots.
reboot, the first one at least. I haven't played.
Yeah.
I started the second one. Just feels kind of repetitive. It's not anything too special. And if
Yeah.
it's anything like the originals, then I mean,
Yeah,
I think it'll be a little outdated.
the original was. I mean, I appreciate them because I don't think you get games like Uncharted and stuff without it. Like, it's very important to
Oh, yeah,
3D
no,
adventure
100%.
games. I just feel like so many other games have surpassed it now in quality, which is a good thing. Like, so
Especially with Bethesda's Indiana Jones in the works.
yeah, I'll be interested to see what that'll be fun.
That'll be so good. That's a little off topic though.
That's a little off topic. Another one, the Splatoon 3 DLC that got announced looks really
That does look good.
interesting.
Yeah.
It looks like they're doing like a roguelike thing with Splatoon 3's new DLC.
Wait, I didn't even realize Splatoon 3 is a thing now?
Yeah, it's been out for
It's been out for a while.
a year or so.
Yeah, it's really
Wow.
good.
I don't have it.
Trombone Champ was a really fun little port. I still need to get it.
I think Trombone Champ is good for the first 20 minutes, in my opinion. I've seen people play it. It doesn't look too crazy. I feel like there's a lot more potential to have like a lot more harder songs and just a bigger variety. But that's also like the same deal with Beat Saber.
Yeah.
Is that you're lacking songs unless you do mods and stuff.
That's what I would say the disappointing thing. There's like a pro and con. Con, we can't mod the Switch version.
Obviously.
Pro, they now have local multiplayer,
Oh,
which
that's
will be
okay, that'll
very
be
fun, but very like chaotic.
That would be fun. I
But
would get that.
That'll be
just for
very
that.
exciting.
And Dave the Diver's coming to Switch.
And Dave the Diver's coming to Switch,
which wasn't part of the direct.
which wasn't.
but
Well, they showed it in the direct.
Oh, it wasn't
They
in the
did show it
Sorry,
in
I
the
was
direct.
thinking it was
They
the
showed it. They gave us a release date. I definitely want to play that game. I mean, I've heard so many. I've kept myself spoiler free because I've heard the real joy of that game is kind of like
Yeah, I'm
it's so much more than what it appears to be. And I've heard like apparently people are saying it's one of the best games they've played all year.
All
People
year.
really like it.
with Tears of the Kingdom.
With Tears of the
and-
Kingdom, Baldur's Gate. But I mean, it looks like a really good indie game, and the idea of like, oh, you get to scuba dive and catch fish, and then you go out and run a sushi restaurant at night just sounds like a really fun game. So I'll be excited to see. I'll definitely get that when it comes to the Switch.
Yeah.
There's actually a demo, so I'm definitely gonna try out the demo.
Okay.
But moving on from the Direct, which had a lot of great things, we also got some pretty great things from the State of Play, the PlayStation's presentation.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man 2, guys.
It looks so good.
I'm so excited. I'm fully caught up now, so I'm so excited.
Good. Oh my goodness. The amount of time. See, I 100%ed both Miles Morales and the original Spider-Man.
Yeah.
This is gonna take me so long.
Technically, I am more caught up than you, though, because I read the comic.
Oh, well. Come on now.
No, it looks like such a great game. I think I feel like it was weird because it almost felt like because they were still trying to support the PS4, it took us a few years with the release of the PS5 to get true PS5 games.
Yeah. This is like one of the first generations to where it's like a very like vague, that's not the word, blurry line to cross. It's not.
But like it feels like we're finally now getting games now that they're kind of leaving the PS4 and Xbox One behind. We're finally getting games that are these true, what they're calling true next gen experiences. And, they're like, and I like that the new trailer they showed, they directly told you like, hey, we doubled the size of the map because we could. We increased the speed because we could. Like,
yeah.
Which it looks like everything that the first two games were put together and made even better. I'm glad we got the confirmation the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man app for Miles Morales is making a return.
It looks better too.
They
said they improved it.
Improved it because I thought that was a better system than the side quests from the first game. So I'm glad they're bringing that back.
Yeah, that'll be good.
I am worried.
So much.
It seems very, very Craven heavy, which could be good.
I think it'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
We saw Venom in there as well.
Venom does look very interesting, and the amount of suits you now have.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Is really good, and apparently you can like even each suit has a different color scheme.
Yeah, no,
So
that's cool.
That's really exciting.
Because there was some suits I was like, that's really cool. If this is another color, like that happened to me in the first game. Like,
I always did Spider-Man 1 with the Scarlet Spider.
Oh, I did Scarlet Spider
because I love the Scarlet
love
Spider.
that one.
It's such a good costume. But no, I'm really excited to see and it's mostly like I love playing the game. It's really like a story thing for me because the overall story they've been telling is so good.
It's so good.
I'm just wondering. I don't want to keep it relatively spoiler free for maybe the uninitiated. But I'm just excited to see what they do with it.
Do you think this will surpass Arkham, or has it already?
So here's my
very
thing.
similar.
They're the superhero. I mean, Spider-Man took the Arkham format.
It's a hard question.
Batman. I love Batman. He's my favorite superhero. So I feel very partial to the Arkham games. I would say that they play similarly, very different atmospherically.
Very.
And I think they both do a great job of executing the atmosphere they're going for. Like the Arkham Asylum and Night especially have this very spooky, kind of eerie kind of vibe with it. And the Spider-Man games are more like, running around New York. It's like a more brighter.
It also depends on my mood. Like, if I want to feel like this absolute juggernaut and just destroying every enemy in my path, I'm going to play Batman.
Yeah.
But if I want to just be like loosey-goosey, just swinging around and stuff, Spider-Man, It's very two different games. But what else from the State of Play?
I really liked we got more information on Bennett Foddy's new game, Baby Steps.
Baby Steps. I was reading it.
I'm excited about.
It looks pretty good.
It looks
I don't
pretty
think
fun.
It'll pass Getting Over It.
I don't think so. I mean, that was such an interesting game. I mean, it looks easier than Getting Over It because you're only having to deal with. I mean, I guess you're dealing with two things.
Yeah, I don't know.
If y'all don't know, Bennett Foddy made a game called Getting Over It. That it's weird. You have to traverse a mountain as a guy in a cauldron holding a sledgehammer, and you have to like move yourself with the sledgehammer. It's very hard to control and was very popular for that. And so Bennett Foddy's doing this new similar game where you play as kind of like an adult kind of washout who can't really use his legs, and you're trying to get him to learn how to walk, but it's like over these hard kind of environments. It looks like it's more story focused, which will be interesting from Bennett Foddy.
I'm excited to see Markiplier play through this.
I am excited to see Markiplier play through.
If you haven't seen Markiplier's Getting Over It,
Markiplier playing Getting Over It gives me such joy. So hopefully, I'm sure. I mean, He has to play it, and I'm sure we'll see more of it.
Throws
I don't
a
think it'll be
chair
as
across the
rage-inducing
room.
for him.
No, I don't think so.
But
I think he's calmed down a lot since what 2015.
well, have you seen him like go through it? Him going through the second time you saw it.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was still less, right? I didn't.
He
watch
was
it
less.
all.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like he was calmed down for that one. But other than that, I mean, Final Fantasy VII's remake, second part of the remake is coming out, which is very exciting for Final Fantasy fans.
Are we? You're not a Final Fantasy fan?
I actually haven't played. I have the remake. The
Oh, you
first
like
remake.
Kingdom Hearts, which is relatively similar.
Well, I'm
Right?
like trying to get into that stuff with
Yes.
the when I have a PlayStation. So I have remake. So I'm like planning to play through remake, the first part of the remake eventually. And then I'll probably get. I think this one's called. I forget what the second part they're calling the second part of the remake. Apparently, it's releasing across 2 discs though. The second part.
Interesting.
And kind of like tribute to the fact that the original game released
2
over like
discs.
4 or 3
Oh,
discs.
4
Yeah, it was a ton.
gosh. Man.
But that's exciting for a lot of people. There's some other like good announcements. Honestly, like, I think if I had to pick a winner, I think the Nintendo Direct was much stronger.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
So
If you feed us with that much Mario,
yeah,
it's gonna
if
be
you
going
use that
to be
much
stronger.
Mario, it's a lot.
That's Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man. I'm so excited for.
Come on.
So I think that's all we want to talk
think-
about there.
Pretty much. And so it's game time.
Game time.
Game
right, real
time.
Jason.
Yes, real Jackson.
Oh.
We are gonna move on to our
Oh,
clue
wait.
game.
I guess it's just. I guess you're not technically part of
Yeah.
this. Sorry, I always get that confused.
I'm a part of it now. So
You can
who wants
watch.
to start?
I can start.
Yeah,
Usually I start.
Usually
Okay.
you start. So go ahead.
For those who don't know, we have written a question that has 3 clues in it. The other person is trying to guess the answer the question in as few clues as possible. I'm trying to guess how many clues I think he can answer the question in.
I also think I figured it out because Walker always says mine are either way too easy or way too hard. It's just because he knows things. Either he knows it in great detail,
Yeah,
or he just doesn't know
that's
it at
fair.
all. And so there's no middle ground.
All right.
So
I think you're getting this. I think you're getting this in 3. You'll be like kicking yourself in clue 2,
Okay.
but you won't know it until 3. I don't think. Okay. First clue. This actor's fan base discovered one of his math projects from high school where he wrote a rap about statistics.
Say that again.
This actor's fan base discovered one of his math projects from high school where he wrote a rap about statistics.
Next clue.
Next clue, you
come
don't know.
on.
Okay. He played a young version of Casey Affleck's character in Interstellar. So he played a young version of Casey Affleck, the actor, his character in Interstellar. So Casey Affleck is another actor. He played a
Who
young
did
version.
Casey Affleck play? Can you tell me that?
Not part of the clue, Jackson. That's what you got to know.
And I love that movie. I don't. A young version. Oh, was that the girl? Was that? I think it was, but I don't.
He played a young version
he.
of Casey
Oh, sorry,
Affleck's
my bad.
character in Interstellar.
Next clue. I don't.
Next clue. All right. He is set to play a young Willy Wonka in an upcoming musical.
Timothy Chalamet.
Yes.
He was in Interstellar.
Yeah, he's young version of Matthew McConaughey's son. He's just
Really?
really young in it.
Wow, that is weird.
And then of course, no spoilers. Casey Affleck plays adult him. But yeah, it's so
Is that Ben Affleck's brother?
yes, they're siblings.
That makes sense. Okay, so this is obviously gonna go terrible,
okay.
as my clues always do. So,
Okay, you gotta guess though. What can I get it in?
probably 3.
All right. Hey, you gotta be ready, Jackson. I'm warmed up. I had Quiz Bowl yesterday.
So this is a game in which the player must jump to the top of the tower to save a girl.
I kind of know it. That's one of those things where it's too vague. Next clue.
I think it's a good clue though.
Okay.
This game was featured in Ludwig's God Gamer Gauntlet.
Is this only up?
Nope.
Ah.
Jump King.
Oh.
Third clue was a synonym name. I don't know if that's a thing, but it would be Leaping Royalty.
Oh.
Good clues though, right?
Yeah. Jump King,
I
I've
win
heard
again.
good things about, but I've never played it.
It's hard.
It's heard it's a hard platform. It's one of
really
those
hard.
platformers that's like Super Meat Boy.
I think it's harder than Getting Over It.
really.
Yeah. No, it's hard.
Dude, those platformers where they make them as hard as possible.
Have you heard of Ludwig's God Gamer Gauntlet?
I have. Is that the one?
It's where he beat Only Up, Jump King, Getting Over It, and Pogo Stuck in an hour.
Oh.
All 4.
I may be thinking of something else where he did some stuff with some other streamers.
No, I don't.
What's the one? What was the event where Germa and him are trying to slap the water out of each other's faces?
Oh, I don't know. That's just some random thing they did.
They did something. They
ages
were doing
ago.
like some tournament thing there.
Yeah. Anyways,
Anyways,
next topic here.
Jackson wins
Real
again.
Jason.
Jackson wins.
Our
again. Sorry.
next topic is a little bit interesting. We're talking about Disney again, but not Disney themselves, their movies.
Can you
Really?
elaborate?
Okay.
We
It's
can
the
introduce-
Disney 100 box set.
yeah.
Yes, so Disney is planning to release a 100 Blu-ray disc box set of all of 100 Disney and Pixar films from across 100 years. It looks nice. It's coming around $1,500, which is a lot.
What? I didn't know that.
Yeah, $1,500.
Okay, but hear me out, Walker. Can you break down the math we were talking
But
about?
we were thinking
Because
about it. Kieran
It's
and I were talking
actually a
about
good
it.
deal.
No,
That's about $14 a move for a Blu-ray movie and a
You know what else is $14?
What?
Disney Plus, which you can get all of those movies on.
That is true. So that's the thing. Is it like, is this product worth it?
No.
Disney's been doing a
Not in the
lot for their
slightest.
100th anniversary, which understandable. It's their 100th anniversary.
But the thing is, they've been celebrating this for like 5 years now. I'm not joking. No, I have seen 100-year anniversary merch since literally freshman year. And I'm a senior now, if you don't know that.
Yeah, but I
4
mean, this
years.
is actually it. Like, we are actually at the 100 years. So they've been doing a lot. They've been showing their older movies in theaters.
Yeah.
Wish is coming out, which honestly, that's a whole separate topic. I actually think Wish could be very promising. And could
If it's
be,
not good, as you said.
if not good, it could
I think
be
it's the last straw.
Last straw, but I think it could be at the level of like Encanto and like it could be maybe
could
their
be.
next Frozen.
It's supposed to connect a lot of franchises
Yes.
together.
Which will be interesting to see. Honestly, they should have just done a Kingdom Hearts movie if they wanted to do Disney
gosh,
100.
no.
But no, the box set. So it is really nice. So it comes in like these 3 volumes, and then it can like the boxes can like fold out into these like presentation sleeves, and then like each disc is next to a picture of the theatrical poster of the film. And so it's a lot of movies. I would just say, like, if you're like a diehard Disney fan, which no shame in, this might be a good product for you if you don't own a lot of Disney films and you don't want to pay for a monthly subscription.
And if you just have like $1,500
Yeah,
to
'cause
throw around.
Let's remember the Disney Vault is a very real thing. That was a very real thing before
What's the Disney Vault?
the Disney Vault is the idea that like you couldn't really digitally rent or anything. Like they kept their classic films very tight until
yeah.
Disney Plus, and the Vault was unveiled, and that was kind of the big deal about Disney Plus when it came out was the Disney Vault. You had access to the Disney Vault.
Yeah.
So you had like Aladdin because like before Disney Plus, you could not like rent Aladdin. Like that was a big like you couldn't rent these movies. You had to buy them. And so this seems like a fun way if you haven't bought a lot of Disney films and you want some good Disney films. Yeah, like and it's a cool collector's item. I mean,
Yeah.
it has some cool stuff part of it. And 100 Blu-rays. I mean, it's pretty good bang for your buck, I think, when you break it down.
Really interesting too, because in Australia they've just completely stopped production of physical copies of media there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, they're not selling it anymore.
I don't know that.
Can't remember I think they said it's not making enough money or something like
Yeah,
that, which would make sense. But that just starting to show that we can't own any physical any media
but that's this
anymore.
like it's good, but also it's interesting that they're releasing this as we're moving away from more physical media. Now, to be fair, they did it does also come with 100 digital codes for all the movies you bought, so you can then
Where do they-
download them.
To what codes for what?
I actually don't know how
iTunes,
I think like iTunes maybe probably.
But if you don't have an Apple device, are you just screwed?
I don't know.
What is the Samsung equivalent to that? Kieran, can you check that up for me?
Maybe they apply. I'm
Can't look up on
assuming
there.
those
You'll have to
digital
use your phone.
codes apply universally, but
Sorry, real Jason. You'll have to use your phone. It doesn't work there.
It's an interesting product. It's an interesting like $1,500 for that many movies, and it's like
The math makes sense.
the math makes sense. I don't know if I'm gonna watch all 100 of those Disney films.
No, yeah. Like
Some of them, because like it's especially when you get to those older ones.
Is there a list
There's a list
of what? Can you pull that up?
I can pull it up.
Yeah.
It's a
Also-
long list.
Whoa.
The Android equivalent of iTunes would just be the Google Play library.
that-
You just
that
download
I'm
makes
sure
it
maybe it
there.
applies both to Google
I'm
Play
sure that
and.
would be. Yeah. I'm
Let me
sure.
find this. You're making me scroll, Jackson. It's a while ago.
Yeah. It'll be. Oh man. I doubt many people are gonna buy this.
Yeah, like it's a collector's item.
And I'm
is the
scared they're
idea.
gonna use this like this is evidence that physical media doesn't sell anymore, and that we need
Yeah.
to just go all digital.
So it's a lot of like classic. I mean, it's a good. So you get like Snow White, Pinocchio, Fantasia,
Of course, yeah.
Dumbo, but then you get like the Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad. Like a lot of the old, especially when you get to the older ones, so it starts to be like, do we like need to watch these? Oh, they added Black Cauldron. Was not expecting that. Black Cauldron is not a well received Disney film.
Interesting.
But I'm surprised. I mean, it's a lot.
I also kind of find it interesting that they're choosing to include some of the movies, like Dumbo was one that they've kind of phased out because of some of the controversy in it.
I think they've done a really good job where they have just said they've put a lot of in Disney Plus. When you watch some of those older movies, they just have a disclaimer that just says, "Hey, some of the stuff in this movie hasn't aged well. We're not going to censor it, but we want you to be aware that this is,
Which is good. I don't think
Which
you
is good
should
because
censor
I don't think you
media.
should censor media because I think you have to just acknowledge it's a product of its time,
Yeah.
while still acknowledging that it's wrong.
Yeah.
But like I think they've done a good job with that. I don't know if there's an equivalent to that on the Disney box set, but I think at a certain point you have to acknowledge like, hey, Dumbo's a very important film in the history of Disney. It needs to be part of a collection,
Yeah.
I think
100%.
Oh, they got Atlantis on there. I love it. Actually, Atlantis is a very underrated Disney film. A quick sidebar.
I don't even know if I've seen it.
Really? I really like it. I think Michael J. Fox is the main character. But you get some good ones. I mean, the last movie it comes with is Elemental. Because then you get like post Soul. Then you get like some of the more recent Disney movies.
See, what I don't understand, I just saw an ad yesterday for Elemental being on Disney Plus
Yes.
for a limited time.
Oh, did it say limited time?
And then it's going to come back, obviously, down the road.
Weird.
That's such a weird
maybe it's like one of those
thing.
like weird premium things.
Well,
they did
you don't
for
know.
a
You
while.
don't even pay for it. Like, it's just a part of... It's so I
Weird.
don't know. It's so weird.
But no, a lot of movies I'm surprised made the cut.
Ooh, Wally's on there.
Like Wally, but then like Chicken Little, which I love Chicken Little.
Chicken Little's great.
Not a lot of people like Chicken Little, so it's like, and maybe it's a certain point when you actually start breaking down the amount of movies Disney has made. Is this all of them? Like, I don't know. Like, probably
Yeah.
not, but like,
All the main ones.
no. Oh, they put Emperor's New Groove on there as they should. I would have been mad if Emperor's
Now I'm
New Groove
buying
was
it.
not in
No.
there. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm getting it. No,
They
but
put Kronk's New Groove. You don't have to
I don't
pull
think
it
they
up.
put Kronk's New Groove, but no. So if you're a Disney fan and you got the money and you want a little nice collector's thing where you can look through and you can see all the different Disney movies that you own on Blu-ray and you can pull them out, sure. Just get Disney Plus. I think that would be my suggestion to you.
I
if
think
you
both
wanted
of
to-
our sisters would love that.
Yeah,
Mainly my sister.
I think that'd be. I mean, it's just expensive.
It is so expensive.
And I mean, I think it's a limited thing. So like scalpers are gonna like take
Oh,
advantage of this.
no,
thing.
it is going to be sold for like a million,
Yeah.
20, 30 years down the line.
Well, I think that might be part of the value.
Yes,
is
yes.
later
The
on, like the
collector's-
150th anniversary, this might sell for a lot.
Yeah, you'll be able to resell this down the line.
Yeah.
But like, is it?
Yeah.
I don't think it's worth it.
All
Anyways,
right. Anyway, next
Next
topic.
topic.
We were talking about a big waste of money with the Disney 100 box set. Let's talk about another big waste of money, Starfield.
okay, that's
debatable,
That is
but-
a hot take right there.
But this is what we're gonna
Real
say.
Jason loves it.
Starfield seemed to have a lot of hype going for it, and it released to not bad reviews. I think the consensus was
it wasn't
no,
amazing.
it's good. It wasn't amazing.
It's fine. It's another Bethesda game. That's what
In
it is.
in the words of Ryan Regan, it didn't blow me away. But like it did. Like here's my thing. It felt like it was overhyped, and I feel like this is something that game studios they really need to do a better job of gauging
of what this game is.
What the game is, because
25 years in the making.
They it was like a game 25 years in the making. It's the next step in RPGs, and this is what I kept saying. This is from what I gathered. This is the consensus. It is a Bethesda RPG. Mm-hmm. If you like Bethesda RPGs, you're gonna love this game. If you don't like Bethesda RPGs, probably shouldn't check it out. You'll probably be complaining about the same things you have. You'll probably have the same complaints you have about this game that you have about Skyrim and Fallout.
At least it's not like it's not filled with glitches as well, which is
it's
different for Bethesda.
It works as a game, big world. I think a lot of people were expecting a more No Man's Sky approach to exploration in space, and it was more about exploring planets.
Can you fly? You can't fly your ship around, can you? Unless you're in a battle.
You can fly your ship kind of around the
atmosphere,
around the atmosphere near like the planet, and you can kind of engage in dogfights and talk to people there. There's no flying around. Like you just fast travel, like most of space, which someone actually did from like Earth, tried to fly all the way to Pluto. It took like 7 hours.
So you can fly.
You can fly, but then you just clip through the planets. It's not like No Man's Sky. So apparently, like No Man's Sky, you can. But you can take off and then you land on the planet. Yeah, which is really cool. Honestly, it's like if you're looking for a great space exploration game,
play No Man's Sky.
Play No Man's Sky.
It's like $30.
It's the cheaper version. It's not
as big. But I've heard it's pretty good.
No Man's Sky, like Starfield, is different than No Man's Sky because Starfield I think is more focused around its story and these different factions and like the combat. If you were enticed by Starfield for the, the space and like the exploration and the wonder and the endlessness, that No Man's Sky is your game. But I do think it was one of those things where I think if Bethesda just talked about it as its next big RPG. And not the next big RPG. Yeah, it would have been better. Yeah, and I think that I don't remember there being a ton of hype around Baldur's Gate outside of Baldur's Gate fans. Yeah, and then I think a lot of people were like, oh yeah, like the people who grew up with Baldur's Gate games and saw it coming out were like, oh yeah, this game looks great, and then and they let the game speak for itself and build the hype, which I really think is what they need to do. Or if you're like a Nintendo. You barely show any of the game and just let the fans just froth at the mouth for years, which honestly was genius marketing for Tears. Because we didn't get I feel like a legit trailer.
We didn't even know the depths was a thing.
Yeah.
Did you ever realize that? There's an entire section of the map.
We saw clips of it, but they never explained what it was.
We thought it was just
we just thought it was an area.
A cave.
I mean, the idea, which I'm kind of sad that I watched a review and that did kind of get introduced to me before I played it, which I was sad about. Did you not know that?
No, I had no clue what the depths was, and I jumped in, and this is before I even had my glider, and I just saw a hole, and I'm like, yes, please, and I just jumped straight all the way down. No, I completely died. Yeah, but I was like, what is this? This is crazy.
I mean, it's a cool experience going down there for the first time. No, it's so. But cool. I just remember
the trombone,
that first gameplay trailer we got. It was and the third trailer we got. So I feel like there's different ways that you have to promote a game, and Starfield,
the final trailer was one of the best gaming trailers in history.
Tears did a good job of so good. We don't need to promote it. It's Zelda, they understood that. And Baldur's Gate, it's let the game speak for it. And I think the primary thing is you want to let the game speak for itself. Yes, because I feel like that's something that developers we can hype it up as much as we want. And I think one of the great things about media is you can hype it up, you can market it as much as you want. At the end of the day, it's gonna be about whether or not it's good or not, and the people have to decide.
If you're not Nintendo, I wouldn't recommend just let the fans speculate, because if you underdeliver, you're completely screwed.
I mean, I think you saw that with Cyberpunk. With No Man's Sky.
I think if Cyberpunk was glitchless, then it would be a fine.
Apparently, they released a 2.0 update recently that totally made it better.
It's 100% better now.
And No Man's Sky suffered.
The hype's down.
When you hype it and it falls short, even if you can recover from that,
It doesn't.
It's like Cyberpunk, as good as it could be, it could become the best open world RPG ever made after updates, and its legacy will still be that really anticipated game that fell short.
Yeah.
Fell very short of expectations.
Yeah.
But it's just Starfield was just, yeah. I mean, it's just so weird to me that like a game like Starfield, you know, you can prepare it, you can market it, you can hype it, you can have all these videos about its development, and then it's kind of just eh.
I also heard like the game gets really good, and it's a really good game after the first like 20 hours.
I was like, get out of here. But then it's like a game like Baldur's Gate, which they just kind of release, and they're like still promoting it, you know, because you want to market your game a little bit. But they were just promoting it as this great Dungeons and Dragons video game RPG, and everyone just saw this is amazing.
Yeah,
you know, and I'm sure they thought this was amazing, but you don't want to say this is amazing.
You can't do you can't.
Yeah.
There's I don't know.
I think you have to be like one of the really top tier, like I think From Software. They had reason to hype Elden Ring because you're From Software making an open world game, and you had George R.R. Martin creating the world. Like,
I didn't know.
You didn't realize that?
I know. I knew that.
So like you can't like to not market and bring those things to the is stupid.
Yeah,
like you have to present those things. That. But I don't know. I just think
it was a huge success too.
It was a huge success, and because they did a good job of getting people excited, but showing the game. But. No.
Yeah. Is that our last topic?
I think that was our last topic.
That is our last topic, but now we're going to move on to the pitch game.
Pitch game, our second round.
Official names for these.
Yes. So if you are a new viewer, the pitch game is basically where I give Jackson and Walker each a topic, and they pitch it like it's Shark Tank. They want to make me think theirs is the best idea of all time. Yeah. So last time... Real Jason started with Walker. So me, also Real Jason, is going to start with Jackson today.
That's fair.
And Jackson, your pitch today, you need to give me your wildest idea for a theme park.
Oh, no. Here, do you want to also tell Walker's his so he can...
No. I got to think on the spot. You got
to think on the spot?
Oh, you got it like the same as you.
Okay. Man, I'm really bad at this. There's a reason I needed some time last time. A theme park, man. Every time I want to go to space, that's what I did last time. But so I have one. I was watching a Doug stream the other day, and he was playing Planet Coaster, manipulating the world as the people walked in and out. Trapped some people on this thing he called Divorce Island. Introducing the Streamer Park. Not like party streamers, like Twitch streamers. They are in control of the park in its live formation. You get to walk in. The ground might drop from out under you. Anything could happen. That's the joy of this park. Anything can happen. A new ride can appear to your right. A huge lake can appear to your left. I don't know. Anything could happen. So, say like, I don't know, Point Crow's streaming, and you might want to be on the lookout. You might be watching his stream. You might be like going to the location of what he's manipulating at the time, and you have to go find the ride. Maybe there's some missions along with it, like, hey, find this of the secret location, and you get a prize. I don't know. It's a streamer park. Yeah.
I actually really like that. So each guest could have like a different experience every single time they go to the park, right?
Yeah, it's manipulated, and it's like that because they're playing on a software.
But that also kind of sucks because like if you go on like a coaster that you really like and you want to go on it like 5 minutes later after you get off, it might just not exist anymore.
You could be a mid coaster and it could fall out from under you. I don't know.
Also, how does this technology exist?
Are we playing with real physics in this game?
I don't care about the technology. Do you have insurance for that?
I mean, it's a Twitch streamer's fault, not my fault.
Do you have the schedule? Like, will there be a schedule of what streamers are running the park?
Yeah.
Time?
Yeah. You know, you'll have.
Because you know I'm going when Germa's running it.
You'll have your Mr. Beasts. You'll have all those great
will
people.
Germa be running it?
Sure, yeah. Germa will be running it.
Will there be like a divorce island that always exists? Because I really like that idea.
Yeah, sure, yeah. If Doug's playing, he will create a divorce island.
Okay, now one last question. What is the cost of admission?
Of a mission?
Of admission. Like, how much does it
admission.
cost to get into the park?
Yeah, no, like $30.
$30. How do you turn a
$40.
profit?
The streamers are paying for it.
Yeah, because they're getting bits.
Yeah.
they're getting subs
Okay.
from the people that
It's profitable. It's completely profitable.
All right, Walker, you ready?
ready.
We're I was on a little bit on the topic of travel today because Walker, your ideas, you got to give me your wildest idea for a cruise ship.
A cruise ship. Okay. All right, now I got to think about this.
See, it's hard.
Okay. Henry Hudson, the famous explorer, went on many expeditions to find what was known fictitiously as the Northwest Passage, a waterway through North America to Asia. He never found it, but now you can follow his adventures with the Hudson cruise ship, a journey that's of 4 different cruises you take throughout your life that venture to where he went, that involves you getting stuck in shallow water in the Hudson River, frozen in the Hudson Bay, and ends with you getting a mutiny and you getting thrown off the cruise ship onto a rowboat with your family. Just like the famed explorer Henry Hudson.
So basically, people are just going to pay to have bad stuff happen to them.
Pay to have a really bad exploratory cruise ship. You still get the benefits of a cruise ship, but it'd be like, yeah, we're headed to this place. Nope, we hit land. We gotta go. We can't go. Keep going this way. So then you just turn back to Europe.
So you just like walk up to the buffet and you're like, hey, you know what? I think I'm gonna get me maybe some French toast, some like pancakes today. And then you go up there and the crewmate's just like, sorry, this is the 7th day we've been stuck in the ice. No food today.
Yeah, no, yeah. And then eventually, but then they're going to suspect that you have food with you. They're hiding. And so then they're going to mutiny against you and throw you off the ship, just as Henry Hudson did. You get the full Henry Hudson experience.
That's awesome.
So the Henry Hudson Cruise Line.
Just like Henry Hudson, do you get a river named after you?
Yes, you do. The river is getting renamed every time someone does this cruise. It's like a 1-person cruise kind of thing.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm not going to lie. Jackson, I really like yours.
So
I think I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10.
Okay.
Walker's, yours was good. But I think I'm going to give it like a 7 out of 10.
I
That
still
means,
win.
Jackson, you win
Yeah.
this pitch game.
Yeah. Okay.
Darn.
Thank
All
you.
right. So if like Mr. Beast, you're watching this, I know you got a lot of money, right? So make this happen, right?
We can figure out the technology. You've done crazier stuff. Figure out how we can make coasters appear and disappear at will with the press of a button from miles away.
Yeah, exactly.
We know you can do it. You
not
have
hard.
the technology. You have the funds. Well, thank you guys. I think that's going to be it for today.
Pretty much.
We hope you enjoyed
Portal
it.
2 co-op stream sometime soon.
Yes, Portal 2 Co-op stream. We also may have a special video upcoming in October that has to do with FNAF.
Oh, yeah.
We'll keep you posted.
yeah.
We'll keep you posted. We'll keep the details
long is
under
it?
wraps there, but we'll keep you posted about that.
We'll say release date of this video, October 26th, the day before the FNAF movie.
Yeah. So I think that's going to do it for us today, guys. Thank you. Please sure, if you were watching, please like and subscribe.
If you want to.
We got some other... We don't care, but sure, if you want.
Hey, if you are one of these 7 people that are the last subscribers to 100, I will buy you a candy bar.
All right, don't make promises you can't keep, Jack.
I
But if you like this channel, we have a vlog that we did. We have a stream we did. We have some other stuff we did. We have shorts. Check those out. Check them all out. They're all on our channel page. Well, thank you guys. Hope y'all have a good week.
see you later. Bye.